Hi, I'm Nikki, and we're gonna try and do somewhat of a build tutorial, or I guess it's more of a Q&A type thing. I was asked questions about building. Me and my friends have been discussing building and how we get started and things lately. So that's what we're gonna do. This is a new creative world. See, I can fly. I did that because I don't want to do all the block gathering, because that's not really what the questions are about right now. I would like to do that eventually. I spawned over there. Go back to spawn. So first thing, I build in two different kinds of ways. I guess I have two different thoughts on the building. The first one would be Minecraft style of building in my mind, which is what we're going to do this time. And the other one is similar to what I use for Sims, where it's more on floor plans and inspiration, like pictures and things like that. And this one I'm going to be doing the Minecraft one, which for me means that I need to now go look for a place to build. So I have a couple of, I guess they're rules. I like to have something near spawn as like a safe place to go when you die in the middle of nowhere and it's nighttime. So usually for my first build location, I will try and find something somewhat near spawn, at least in running distance. Oh, look at that iron. So in order to do that, I'm gonna wander around until I find something that inspires me. This is spawn, and right over here is where I'm gonna build. Hello, moo cow. Right there. I like this. I think that would be a fun big round window. I could bring the walls out a little bit here. We would have a porch here. Because I am lazy, scrappy. I'm not sure how to describe it. I don't terraform. If I'm terraforming, it's after I've already built. The most you're getting is I will build this circle out of dirt and then build it out of whatever material I'm going to use. I remove dirt as I go, not before. I don't terraform. I don't prep the area unless I'm doing a floor plan style build. And even then, if I can find something made of dirt that looks similar, I will use that instead of terraforming. I'm not certain why. Maybe it's easier for me to place blocks. To just do that as opposed to trying to place it in the air or building up. Why did I grab lapis? Maybe it's because if one of the walls is covered, you don't have to build that one right away. Or maybe because while you're digging into it, it can also be used as your home while you're building your home. There are plenty of reasons, and I don't know which it is. That's just how I do it. I don't remove the dirt until I absolutely have to. I try to leave Minecraft as natural and wild as I found it. I think going down here with some steps would be a good idea. I don't know if this would be a good mine, but it's something. See what we got down here. I found a location and I need to decide on blocks. Well, again, I am scrappy and lazy, and I currently have 0 blocks. I have not been in this world. I have not been mining. I don't have a stash of stuff. Yes, this is creative, and none of that actually applies in this case, but pretend it matters. I don't want to go mine for endless amounts of materials just to build a certain color palette. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and come at this with a floor plan instead of making it up myself. Because then I can take the time to plan out all of the colors before I even find the spot I'm going to build. Now I can see what I'm doing in here. It's not very deep. I'm not far into this, so we're going to be using stone. We have coal. We have copper. What else do we have? We do have gravel, but probably not going to matter. I can maybe use it for pathing. But I doubt I'm going to go as far as grabbing sand and making concrete. Do have some granite. No diorite. No andesite. I want this. Give some flow. That's useful. Yeah, we don't have enough sand here that is above water that I'm gonna bother making any kind of concrete. That's too much work. Nope. We do have some pink trees back there. I am willing to walk for trees. I must. But we have oak. Our build area. I'll place it up here. Stone. I have access to coal. Iron. Have gravel. Have granite. We also have this one. And then I need to do the woods. Birch, oak, and we'll go ahead and say we have cherry as well, since a whole bunch of it up here. Also have this and this as other gecko block. We also have any of the tree leaves. I also know that I have more blocks than this because I have a furnace with the coal. Means I can use this. And we saw some iron, which I should have grabbed, but did not. That one piece over here, that'll be easier to grab. Where is it? There you are. I have iron. What I have, this is how I make pallets when I'm just building in Minecraft style. I grab whatever's around me and whatever's in my pockets. I had to sleep so it would be daytime because you can't see. So let's start with the stone. So for the stone, you have just regular stone. But you also have stone bricks. You can get mossy, cracked, chiseled, and smooth. The mossy will require you to find vines, but there are some here, so it's on our list. Bricks, mossy bricks. The cracked ones, you just throw these bricks in the oven and they will crack for you. The chiseled one, you just throw some stone in here or bricks and you get chiseled. And smooth stone, you throw in the oven twice. Throw in the stone and then you can get smooth stone from it. Also, get stairs and slabs and walls of a lot of these things. We now have a whole bunch of stone we can work with. We can also turn all that into cobblestone. Because you won't have stone, you'll have cobblestone. You'll have mossy cobblestone. We already have so many blocks to work with. And we can make a whole bunch of stuff with the copper, but we won't be able to use the copper bulbs because we do not have access to that. Brain? Hello? Can you help? In it because I can also polish it up. Really don't understand why they put polish blocks in the nature. Which is a weird idea. Okay, I have put these next to each other in somewhat of a color order. Because this has the oranges, I have put the oranges near it. But it's also got greens, so I've got the greens near it. Now, this takes it very light colored, so I would probably say that goes up there. Green looks good with pink next to it. This would probably be good down. So if you use oak, these look good with it. Pink, you'll want to lean into this stuff over here with the greens. If you want to lighten it up, you're going to want to go with the lighter colors up here. So that's how I view it. Really not sure if I'm helping anybody. Stop changing colors on me. I know you're going to do it. Stop it. I didn't grab the wax. And of course now it's raining. So we are going to build using this palette. I am definitely going to use strip birch and not the planks. I think it blends better. And we're going to base everything off of this round. To me, looks like it would make a good window. Now, there's a problem with that. This level of ground means I would not be able to look out that window. It is up too high. So either I bring that down, or this level cannot be my ground level. So I will come over here and see if I like this look better than this one. So do I like seeing this from this height, or do I want to see it from this height? Which I know is ridiculous, but that is how I would do it. Because this is going to be the front, this is where I'm going to be looking out of. Or this window. I would be removing trees so I can see. It's all about how it looks to look out of. Uh, I've heard other builders use sight lines. Keep your sight lines in mind. So for me, I want to see pretty things. So I'd like to look out over this. I also would like to know if there are things coming after me. Like a drowned with a trident who is hiding out under a tree over there. Yep. I don't know if y'all can see him. He's pretty far. You go. Oh, you're gonna pretend you're not there? Did you just spawn to make me look paranoid? That's just rude. Derailing my whole thing. Anyway, finding the floor. That is what we are doing. Window is too high. I can't look out it by standing on the ground here. So do I like it being higher or lower? I like higher. But it's up to you what you like. I can't believe that jerk disappeared. I am so mad. For no reason. So now my floor needs to be at this level. So the edges of the window are going to be this, exactly where they are. I am going to fill it in with grate. Oh, that is not what I wanted. It's not even there, so I'm gonna make it even. Then it's time to get smaller. And there's the window. At least for now. So I want to go around the edge of it with one of my orangey blocks here. I think we're gonna go with this one. No? Goodbye. Zombie ate the traitor. Here's my lovely window. Blends in really well. I need a wall block. Since there's multiple variations of the stone brick, that is probably what I'm going to use. I'll get more use out of it that way. See, it's a little heavy down here. Little wet and gross. Not all the blocks are going to be ruined though. It's a new construction, so I'm going to want it to be mostly nice blocks. In a corner, so it's touching stuff and it's a little gross. And it's heavy, so it's cracked. I do not understand. Explaining my thought processes. It's a lot of imagination and pretending. I do a lot of pretending. I also wing it a lot, so like I don't have much plan on what I'm doing here. I'm just putting stuff I can see out. Or I would normally only build it to this height and then add another floor. I have a big giant window. If I'm gonna have other floors, they're gonna be over here. And this is gonna end up being a bigger section than the other side. Don't like the granite touching the outside, so we will have that. And I'm gonna want at least one layer of brick. Here. Before you get to where the entrance is probably going to be. Now I'm going to stop and stare for a bit as I plot out the rest of the build. Tree is now in my way, so I'm going to remove it. And so is this tree. Am I touching the other ones that are near it? Nope. Currently just those two. Now, when I'm just staring and deciding what to do, I am placing and removing blocks in my mind. So I have currently a roof in mind that I am deciding which way I want it to face. Just a standard gabled, you know, the triangle, regular, plain roof, nothing fancy. And I was deciding whether to face it this way or to make the triangle go this way. And because of a question I received, which is what to do when it's uneven, I'm going to face it this way. So the triangle goes this way. Because these blocks are even. And so I'm going to make the side an uneven size. Now this isn't supposed to be huge. This is a starter. So I'm probably just going to build a little box here. Maybe I'll put something fancy in it. Who knows? It's just going to be a box. As far as the outside is concerned. So let's see. I want my stone. That, there's moss, so I need moss because it's touching the moss. And it's spread. Oh no. I want it uneven. I don't want it too big or too small. This, and probably this one. So it's gonna come right up under here, so now I'm gonna remove blocks that are in my way. This is gonna be a pretty small little towery thing. I have no idea what we're building here, folks. You'll have to hang in there with me. So I'm gonna take out these trees now. They are now in my way, and I need them to move. What? I could have moved them a long time ago? No. This is not how we do. We do things at the last minute. Have you not procrastinated, my dear friends? I'm making so many leaves. I will probably normally go back through and change out some of these blocks because it is too many plain blocks touching each other. And since I've decided to use variations of blocks, I will continue to use them. So now I have a big box filled with dirt. Dirt needs to go away. And walls need filled in. And see, no numbers required. I just have to make this go to where the bottom of that one is. And it matches. And I don't have to do math. I don't have to count anything. I don't have to lose track of any numbers. I just remove till it's same as that. No, sometimes the moss spreads sideways. Don't want too much of it. Cracks spread a little bit. Oh! Hello, Mike. Are you okay? Walls are in. I have decided to go with oak for the flooring, and I can now see out my window. We need to have an entry. So on the other side of this is going to be the entry. Need at least 2 blocks. Well, sort of. Because you can have a slab or a trap door here and still crouch and get under it. The trapdoor you don't even need to crouch, but 2 blocks is what you need to put a door in. Now, I don't like ceiling right on my head, so I would never do a room that this tall. This, while better, I prefer as much room as possible. So I either use... Put my slab away. I either put it at the top of the 4th block or at the bottom of the 5th block for my ceilings. But I don't want to cut off this window, so that won't be happening here. That only affects this outside bit. I'm gonna go out there, and we need to switch it up. Got a lot of stone. I think I'm gonna grab these for some edges. Pop it out right here. That's the frame. I'll do that 5 up. Do I want a window? No, I don't need a window in the front. I'll do a door in the middle and some walls. So right here is where this one can go. I can always put a little window over here. This dirt's in my way. I will get rid of it. I know there are plenty of people who like to start by having a completely flat area to build from. And I really don't. That seems like a lot of shoveling and extra work that I just don't want to do. Let's see. What can I do that I haven't? Do I want that to come in? Surround the door? do that. We need some of the... And then what do I want for that top layer? More stone? Or do I want to finish framing it? Like that? Yes, I think I will go with that. We're still gonna add roofing to all of this. I will go with that. This works for me. Do I have... I should wax this thing. I don't think I grabbed the wax. And I really don't want the colors to change. Because matching the granite with a little bit of orange flecks, pinky, peachy, orange flecks will only work if they exist. Alright, I've cleaned out the inside here, built all the walls. I do want a window on this side. So let's grab my window blocks. I'm gonna put it even. Grab one a little or tall. Yeah, I want it little. Go with a little one. I'm not gonna surround it in granite. I am gonna go and uncover it. I don't think I'm gonna end up keeping this all the way up here. Let's push this back. The whole hill is gonna get pushed back. A way that still looks like it could have been natural. Have your leaves. I do not want the leaves. Thank you. Oh, well, that's better. And then I got blocks out. I want to do this roof. First, let me make it daytime. We haven't used any of our cherry yet, so I want to use some of that. This is a big flat wall, so I want to bring the roof out because we need some 3D. I do not want it upside down. And I'm gonna do all of the edges in the pink. To go past, again, I don't want a flat wall. This one I'm gonna wait to decide because I don't know how I want to do the roof over here yet. I want to do the inside of the copper. Do bring this out. Maybe I do a slanted roof? Not sure. Now I'm going to use just plain stone. Do the inside bits here. Get my roof shape. Now, you have an uneven roof, right? You can fill that in with a block. You can cover it with a slab. And now it meets in the middle. All pretty like. Probably should have kept those. Now, the problem with these edges is they look rough. So I typically want to go under with one of the roofing materials and make them smooth. So you can either use the same color or a different one. Just kind of smooth it out so it doesn't look quite as squared. And come like that, make it look a little fancy. This is what it looks like on the inside. I would say that's not actually too bad. Sometimes you want to come in and also do stairs on the inside and give it a little more depth. I guess I'll do now that I'm doing it. Let's see. Normally I would use trap doors. Let's see. Cherry, birch, oak. Now this has a decoration, so I don't know that I'd even want to trap door it. Not mean to open that. But you can. In this case, I think the cherry probably makes it look softer, but the oak makes it look a little more industrial, a little more run down or rustic. I think is appropriate for this. Actually, give me back my cherry. So, that looks good with the green. So let's do some shutters. I did not mean to do it that way, but let's see how bad that affects it. Yeah. There we go, now they match. I don't want this to be the same way. I don't want it to be the same kind of roof. So we're going to want to change this to a different roof type. It's not going to be as high because it's not as tall of a building section. I can bring back or leave dirt wherever I need it to go on top of the roof. How many leaves? Then I need to make the porch out here too. Let's just do this around the edge. I don't want it to go up too high. I want trapdoors, slabs. Maybe I grab some of that. About that. I think that looks alright. Probably better if we could see it though. I just mixed in one of the other colors, so it looks like it has some sun damage. I also tried to touch where it was mossy a little bit. Hello, Karen. Bye. Yes, yes, yes. I like. Okay. We need the porch outside. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and use cherry for that. We've got oak floor on the inside. I don't want much of the birch. Let's just cherry. I tend to use slabs more than anything because it's cheaper. And again, I want to do as little work as possible. If you see me build, I will use everything I have of one supply, switch to a different supply, and use everything I have of that before I eventually run out of stuff completely and give in and go and gather stuff that I need. I don't think I needed it there, but okay. I also have some measurement rules, like the house size rule of how tall I like things to be, or how close I want the floor above my head. I also tend to like porches and roads, main roads, to be 3 blocks wide. Because it feels like nothing's going to touch me while I'm walking on it. That makes sense to anybody but me. I need to stop placing these under 3. And this is where we're going to have stairs. That's going to be the edge. Do that and just put 2 wide stairs down. And then I want something around the outside edge here. I don't want to see this. This doesn't look good. There's like hidden dirt and stone under there. Ew. I want to see that. I've got some of these with slabs. You can't look at my mistakes. Gross, yucky, no. Let's see, what do I want for the edge? Do I want to grab this piece and bring it around here? Make this edge of my court. Would be good and strong, wouldn't it? Yes, I like that. Nice, strong edge. I think I want this to come over a bit more. Where would I want the walkway to be here? Here? We'll bring it all the way over here. Yes. I don't want to fall off, so I will probably add some sort of fencing. Scrub cherry again. No. Let's actually use gates. We want gates. I'll use the cherry gates. And do we want granite or stone brick? If you place, I don't know why it does this. Minecraft is weird. If you put fence gates in between the walls, but not fencing, let me grab fencing to show you. The fence, 1, 2, 3. And another one. See, those all stay flat and boring. These go up and down and make that look cute. Don't quite think I like the colors though. They're blending a little too much. Maybe I switch out my pink. And we do go with one of the other woods. I'll grab both the birch and we'll see which one looks best. A little too blendy. Does this one stand out better? Yes, so we'll use the birch. Don't know if I like it being uneven. Can make it big up. Yeah, we'll do 4 and 4. I like that better. Or 4 and 5, if I could count. It'd be a good day. Now, I'm not a villager. I'm not going to accidentally fall off here most of the time. You shouldn't be able to fit out these anyway. I assure you sometimes you can. It should be fine. I think that looks good. Feel free to disagree. It's okay. I go ahead and fix this. Just because here we're going to have stairs. Probably going to need edges on them at some point. I think I would wrap this around the side here. And when I do that, I want this part flat. I'll actually do it up at this level. No. Go ahead and bring it down. Then I'll make it flat. Hit the turn. Dirt out my way. Continue with my rules of things not touching Nikki. Go. I need this for my edge. Ah. Tree is now in my way. Don't touch Nikki. Up there. And this one can now mutate into a 5. Yay, they match. Oh, a tree popped into my pocket. I wouldn't like this. I mean, I don't like it. I might try and cover it up without actually doing anything. just so the edge is there. It's all even looking. For structure, I would probably just bring one of these down somewhere. Or put it here. Looks like it's holding it up. The same underneath. That's a lot of detail stuff. Excuse me. This is not for sale. Could you? Thank you. Because of where that roof landed, I'm going to have to come in here and fix this. But that's how I build and grab a color palette when I'm just building Minecraft. The rest of this would all be detail. And adding the stuff you need inside, like the bed. Go ahead and grab the. I would definitely end up using some of the flowers around. Give it a little something. I would build little planters and put flowers and bushes and things. That way, I probably would not like to leave this as being this flat. So I either would make it so it completely blends with something like this lichen going all the way around the edge, or I would only do it where it's touching the moss, so it looks like it's spread from the moss onto the granite. I don't know if I like how flat this is. We definitely need lighting. We've established that we have iron, which means we can have lanterns. I don't know if I want that. Should provide enough light. I want something here. What do I want there? Oh, I know. We have iron and we have stone. They made it. Where is it? I'm gonna put a lodestone there. Now, a lodestone, click on it. You get a lodestone compass, and the compass will always point to the lodestone. So not only is it pretty and decorative, but it's functional. Whereas these compasses only point to spawn. Since this is close to spawn, you could figure it out once you got back. But with the lodestone compass, I will be led straight to the building. Magically created one. I think that's actually where I'm going to end this build tutorial thing for now. Interiors are a entirely different story, and we can come back to that because there are a whole ton of other questions that I have to answer. I hope this helped a little bit. If you also have questions or answers, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I think we need to do the inside of this place. Maybe showing more tricks of what you can do with different things, like how stairs are roofs, but they can also be other things. Then with trap doors, shutters, porch edges, things like that. And then I also will probably need to give an example of the other type of building I do, where I use floor plans and inspirational photographs. But for now, for this one, bye bye!